It's really got to be drilled.
He's got him on his back.
When we talk about a low single leg,
Lightning fast.
We're back with Bogomoev again, doing one of my all-time favorite attacks, Fireman's carry. He's got some really nice kind of finish transitions and setups. And we're going to take a look at kind of how the mechanics of his are working and break it down here. This first one's about as standard as it gets, at least for Bogomoev. It looks fairly traditional Fireman's. We see inside tie for his control position. And as he attacks, head aims high, up in the guy's armpit, trying to get the guy's body loaded across his shoulders. And now, since he's got control of the arm and this leg, he's going to change his direction where those two posts are being blocked at. And we're going to see his hand kind of go from the knee and snake down a little bit, lower on his leg, just slightly. This will help stop the guy from hopping this foot out to the side to stop his Fireman's. Right, so we see here, again, just slightly below the knee with a pull in kind of this direction. Really good control of the arm on that top side, and continues to run and drive through. No posts over here for this poor man, and he gets dumped to his back for a nice 4, and then just covers on top. There's a few really nice things to take a look at in this one. One being the finish, one also being the initial hand fight. All right, so you see Bogomoev trying to control his collar tie. Guy straightens his collar tie out a little bit by doing this straight arm thumb block over top. This is an issue that needs to have a solution in your hand fight. So he just drops his hand, drops his collar tie, rolls his hand to the outside, and snaps straight through. As he does that, he also adds a little bit of what is now becoming known as like an ear snap. So we see him roll his head with his collar tie hand and his head this direction. Just kind of rolls that direction, snaps, hand replaces back to collar tie as the guy's recovering, finds his inside tie, creates this massive window on this far side. All right. As he penetrates in, we're going to see, again, head is going to be higher in the armpit than your typical like high crotch attack. Trying to get the guy loaded on his shoulders. And here he actually slides to the wrist, but still has arm control. So guy can't pull his hand out. Direction goes where there's no posts. Now here he kind of feet go around the guy's head, and he kind of barrel rolls across his back to catch the guy on that far side. All right, so really nice little adjustment when you get a lot of momentum on your Fireman's. You can do this kind of roll around their head, end up on that opposite side, and then cover. And he has some options in here to kind of catch the guy on their back. Again, lots of similar things here. A little different hand fight sequence into it. Does that roll around finish. All right, so we see him create a lot of pressure with his collar tie and his feet initially. Gets the guy stepping backwards, fakes with his far hand. Guy's feet go square, big snap and head drop. As the guy recovers, he's already finding his inside tie in that armpit, getting ready to attack his Fireman's on that side. So his hands are set as this guy comes up, opens that window, closes his elbow down to control that hand. Again, shoulders and head high in the armpit to load him on the shoulders. Just trying to block this leg to keep it from hopping. Steps up a little more on this one. Really nice drive. We see that hand snake down the leg a little bit. And again, ends up sliding to the wrist here. As long as he keeps that arm control, I think it's fine. Does that barrel roll jump around the guy's head. Now here we can see where you might have options to half right away, which is what he looks for, but this guy ends up getting his arm through and bellying down. So similar to last clip, a little different hand fight sequence, a little different finish at the end there. Another similar Fireman's kind of roll option. He really likes to attack these off his either snap or like a down block as the guy's recovering. All right, so see this guy shoots, down blocks, and again gets his hand set and gets his head set on the side he's attacking before this guy's even fully recovered. And here actually he sets his feet and attacks before the guy's even off his knees. All right, again, loading weight into that foot and blocking it so he can't move it. Taking the guy where he's got no posts. Driving up to his feet. Around the guy's head for his finish. And here we can see him swim to the head again, like a half. So he keeps this arm trapped. Comes up over the head. Actually looks for a cradle option in here. And the reason I'm not showing the cradle finish and kind of stopping it here is because it doesn't end up well for him somehow. All right, so we'll just imagine that he gets his cradle and pins the guy instead. Take a look at one last kind of finish option here. Again, attacks kind of off the guy's recovery, runs around his head, and then gets kind of in this like Fireman's Peterson position for his finish. So here we see kind of a jab, step, snap. Head's on the side. He's attacking. Hands already set. As the guy recovers, he's attacking in. And then just dumping him right to that side he attacks. Now this time, less momentum. So it's going to be more of like a bridge and walk around the guy's head. All right, and actually ends up sitting the guy up a little bit. Gets back to that Fireman side, actually. So he's running all the way back toward the initial side he attacked and back around his head again. And then kind of ends up in this Fireman's Peterson position, is what I'll call it, because he's got far arm instead of near arm and far leg instead of near leg with his other hand. All right, but similar idea, just pressuring into the guy, looking for a fall, or in folk style, holding for back points. Either one.